Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy Friday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show presented by OG's Flavoring Fridays. Guys, get 25% off any OG's products at your neighborhood Zen Leaf location from now until November 30th when you place an online order and use code PHNX. I am Anthony Totri, and we are joined on this special edition of the PHNX Sun Devils show by the one, the only Kelsey Hall.
Special edition.
Special edition, because you're co-hosting. You're co-hosting today.
I am co-hosting today, guys. Happy Friday.
This goes well beyond an interview, okay? We've done this with Jalin Conyers. We've done this with several other players. So who knows? Maybe a podcast on this network is in your future.
Let's see if you guys like me enough after these next couple minutes.
Look, we're obviously going to get into hot or not at the end of the show. We've got some interesting stuff as it relates to Arizona State athletics, but just in terms of ASU softball, right? The schedule was released just a couple days ago. We'll get into the schedule here in a little bit, but I'm just curious, from your perspective, what's the offseason kind of been like?
It's definitely been challenging, and I mean that in a really good way. I think every day has not been an easy day, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, I've been talking to my coaches, and they said, you're going to be more prepared than you've been all of your years of college softball, and it's exciting, and the standards never lowered every single day, and I'm excited to get after it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people they've just got a lot of confidence with ASU sports right now, specifically after the news that came out on Monday with the athletic director, Ray Anderson, putting in his resignation. I know there's been just a lot of people excited, whether that be the Sun Angel Collective with NIL and that type of stuff. From your message, I guess, to fans, right? Because for a long time, ASU softball has been one of the staple programs here in Tempe in terms of, like, you can always count on ASU softball to make the postseason, to have some exciting games at Club Farrington, right? What makes you believe in this team that they're going to get it right after a little bit of a tough first season last year?
Yeah, I think trial and error and learning from everything is always an amazing thing, you know? You can't learn anything if you just walk in and you guys have a winning record. Yeah. And so I think the coaches, the returners, everyone's really like grabbing this season and saying this is ours, and they're not going to let it happen twice. So that's why I came to ASU, is like you said, that winning culture growing up, playing or watching ASU. You're like, that team looks fun.
Yeah.
Like, they have some swag, and I think we're all just trying to bring that back, and everyone's really hungry. They call it the revenge tour. You know,
Love
and
that.
I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, especially last year in the pack too. Like that's got to be something for you guys too, right? Have you talked about that at all, like amongst the players or even like with the coaches, of just like, this is kind of like, in terms of a revenge tour, this is the last time that ASU is going to see some of these teams probably for quite some time.
Oh, absolutely. I know I can mainly speak for myself. It's like, we're not going to be average. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be average. ASU softball is not going to be average. I can go down the roster and just, no one wants to settle for our last year in the pack. How exciting, how historical. If you want to get all crazy with big words. But everyone's like, you know what? We're going to make some noise and come to show the Big 12. What's up, guys?
Yeah. God, that's going to be so much fun. I don't know about you, Damon. I don't know about you, man. But like, in terms of just moving from the Pac-12 to the Big 12, I feel like there's got to be a lot of excitement. Kelsey, I don't know if you know this, but he's a traitor. Okay, he's on the enemy team. He is an Arizona Wildcat.
Whoa.
Through and through. So yeah, we're gonna have some problems on this show for
me.
sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay. We can talk about it later.
We have fun with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We love it. Yeah. No, but going to the Big 12? Are you kidding? I can say I've been to 3 conferences in all of college
my
softball.
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You definitely have to be one of the only players, I feel like, not just in softball, But because of the transfer rules,
Mm-hmm.
like you normally have to wait an extra season depending on how many times you transfer. So yeah, you were going to have like 3 conferences under your belt.
Yeah, and the goal is to have 3 rings at least.
That's, I
from
mean,
each like who
we're clipping
can say
that.
that, guys? Yeah, that's gonna be kind of crazy. So let's get that ring, guys.
God, that's going to be awesome. Well, obviously to get that ring, you guys have a gauntlet that you'll have to go through. Let's go ahead and pull up the ASU softball schedule. One thing that I noticed here, and we talked about it a little bit before we started the show, is you guys have so many home games, so many series that you guys are going to get to play at Club Farrington, which if you've never been to Club Farrington, it is one of the most electric atmospheres, I feel like, in collegiate softball. But I know there's a specific game, specific series that, again, we talked about a little bit prior to the show starting that you might be excited to get into.
Well, of course, I graduated from Boise State, and we get to play Boise State our opening weekend at Club Farrington. And I remember last year we played here.
Yeah.
And playing ASU, the night game, was exactly what you said. It was so electric, was a perfect way to describe it. I remember Jordan Van Hook had I Just Want to Rock by Lil Uzi Vert. And I just remember that song playing so loud in the stadium that I was like, this place is pretty cool. And so obviously I'm really excited, of course, to see my old teammates, see my old coaches and everything. How full circle is it that we get to play, right? But
I can't believe it too. That is, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that you had, like, you get the chance to take on that team again in a season where it is a revenge tour for ASU. It's the last season in the Pac-12, and you guys do bring back some really key players, right? Jordan Van Hook being one of them. You brought up just the atmosphere of Club Farrington when you guys had the chance to play ASU. But for people that don't know the ASU softball roster, right, because there has been a little bit of turnover here in just the last couple of years outside of Jordan Van Hook, who is, it feels like the LeBron James of this team. Who has kind of stood out to you and maybe a player or two that ASU fans might be surprised by when the season starts?
I think first off, I will obviously say every single player on the team has been really competitive, has shown up every single day. Even on a bad day, everyone shows up 100% of what they can. And that's why I think this team is going to be so special, because we are all so well-rounded, whether it's in the clubhouse with the atmosphere and the culture. Everyone, I can literally say I come to the field excited to see everyone, which is really exciting. But, you know, I might be a little biased considering I got the opportunity to play with her for 2 years at Fresno and then play against her in Boise. But Alicia Lily Denby, she's our shortstop. She was Defensive Player of the Year at Fresno State. She is one of my all-time favorite people to play behind because I'm in the grass. And I watch her sometimes just at practice. I'm like, I literally say to her, I'm like, you just be doing stuff. Like, that's literally the quote to her. It's like, I don't know how she does it. Some of the plays is so effortless.
Yeah.
And she is so fun to play behind and with. So I'm really excited to see what we do together.
That's awesome. Kind of like Damon. Damon, you just be doing stuff too, man. You're killing it. You're killing it, man.
I appreciate you, Totri.
No, I got you, man. I got you. 24/7, 365. Damon's my dog for sure. We've got some Sun Devil superlatives that I want to get into because, like I said, there are a lot of new faces. There are some returners. And you've obviously got some friends on the team. So I'm curious.
I'd like to think so.
To kind of, yeah, it'd be kind of weird if you're like, nah, I actually have no friends on this team. It's just me. It's just me.
Just me.
But this is going to be interesting. Some of these they're a little out there. Okay, so I'm curious to where you go.
It.
But who is most likely on the team to fight aliens and win? And I've never asked that question before in the history of my life.
I have an immediate answer.
Oh my, really?
Yes. And her name is Kayla Lissy.
Why?
I just think she is one of the grittiest people I know. And like, she's going to win. Like, she is going to figure it out. And she'll do things that'll surprise you. And I think that would be one of them, dominating the aliens. I don't know.
She's not just fighting them and winning. She's dominating.
Yeah. And I hope she actually watches this and then texts me and says, aliens, really, Kelsey?
That's awesome. That is so damn awesome.
So I'll know if my teammates watch this or not. Is if I get a text from Kayla Lissy.
Okay,
That's a good play.
Who is most likely to become a Hollywood celebrity?
Kylie McGee.
Kylie McGee. Any particular reason why?
I think she is one of the most, like, she's really artistic. Like, she's in fashion.
Okay.
And she just has the demeanor and the presence. And I would 100% put my money on her to be Hollywood famous.
Putting the money down, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, most likely to get lost in a parking lot.
Oh.
I feel like you have an answer. I feel like you have an answer on that one.
I would probably say my roommate, Maddie Pomykowski. I love her to death. She's my best friend. And she's one of the smartest people I know. But I just feel like if you've ever driven with her, I'll be like, Maddie, you're supposed to get off right now. Maddie, you're supposed to get off right now. So I would probably go Maddie Pom.
That's crazy. Damon, who do you think is most likely at PHNX to get lost in a parking lot? Don't say me.
Huh. Do you have an answer?
Most likely to get lost in a parking lot? Petey. I'd say Petey. He's always walking and talking. I feel like he'd walk too far one time.
Jeez, buddy, I feel like I've been on this floor like 5 times.
There you go. That's perfect Petey impression. Perfect Petey impression.
Max.
That's a good one. That is a really good one.
Because he overall just lacks like common sense and just knowledge about basic things.
Especially if you've actually been with Max while he is drinking or after he's been drinking. Max can have like 1-4 peaks and he's gone.
Dude's a lost cause.
He's absolutely a lost cause. He's going to make friends. He's going to probably sell you, I don't know, probably an ad on this network at some point. Like, that's what Max does. But back to the superlatives. Who is the best meme sharer on the team? Who's out there sending the best TikToks, the best memes, things that'll make you laugh?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. We come with the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, these are the really intellectually challenging
absolutely.
ones. I would probably say I'm going to go Jordan Van Hook.
Really?
She's okay, there's a specific reason I say this. So, have you ever heard of like cursive singing? Okay, well, you'll just have to look it up on TikTok. It's just she does these impersonations. Like, you remember Fergie singing the Super Bowl like national anthem? Yeah, so she hits that. She actually, like, speaking of dominating, dominates that. We had a kids camp.
Yeah.
And they all had to share a fun fact, and hers was that she could cursive sing. And so she did it in front of all the kids. So I just think she's one with the times.
So we need to have her do that here, is what you're saying.
Yes. So when I get my
there we go. There we go.
Because you guys will love me so much. She will be one of my first guests, and I'll say that's the criteria.
Okay. Well, look, we've got the most hard-hitting question possible right here. Okay, so you need to buckle up for this one. This is my favorite question to ask and to see people ask. Okay, one player on the team, one teammate that you wouldn't let date your son.
That I wouldn't let date.
And I need a why too.
I love you. I love you so much, Jada Lewis. But I'm going freshman Jada Lewis because she will admit to this herself. You know how there's like that whole meme about comparing yourself to Future?
Yeah.
She compares herself to Future. She's a lover girl, and whoever she ends up with, but the saying is stand on business. Yeah. She's standing on her business.
That is fucking awesome. That is so damn awesome.
Yeah, I love you, Jada.
Dear God. All right, Damon, I'm back to you with this one. One person at PHNX that you wouldn't let date your daughter.
I mean, is it a cop-out to say Max again? I just really hate Max.
I need to meet Max.
No, you don't.
Oh, my gosh. And any particular reason why?
He's just a mess, dude.
He's just a mess?
Is he not?
I mean, his pizza orders are messy. They're not good.
Everything about him other than his sales ability.
Yeah. He's an instigator. He's an instigator. And you tell me what you think of this. This caused a ruckus in the office. What was the pizza order that he had put in a couple weeks ago that had everybody pissed off?
So I'll pull out the whole story for you.
Okay.
We're watching a D-backs postseason game. You know, we're covering the game. Max goes, I'll get pizza for everybody. And
I'm so scared.
me and Derek, the D-backs guys, we were like, oh, that's cool. Would you like to, should we pay? Could we give you some money? He's like, no, I got it. Pizza shows up. There's 2 pizzas, cheese and green bell peppers with half spinach. That's the 2 pizzas he got. And it's like, bro, we would have paid you money to get an extra pizza to not have that shit on it, you know?
Just get some pepperoni.
Exactly.
Yes!
You're ordering
Thank
for
you.
people.
For like grown men too.
How do you not order pepperoni for a group?
Just literally, he could have gone with just about anything other than what he went with. And I think everybody in the office would have been okay with that. Pepperoni, cool. Sausage, cool. Supreme, cool. You opt to put a salad on fucking bread and cheese, dude. That's exactly what he did, and then just expected it to be okay.
Is he a healthy guy? Like, does he have a healthy lifestyle? Was that him
Yeah.
justifying?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
I'm thinking it's like him justifying his actions of buying pizza.
Yeah.
How
But
did he
nonetheless,
justify
with
it?
grown men, I
Well,
don't think
He
that's
justified it
take.
as, I bought it, but then also I got half spinach because I figured some people might not like spinach.
No,
And
dude.
that's the most insane part.
Nah, dude.
It's like, bro, you thought green bell peppers and half spinach was going to be good, though?
That
But-
would be like the other half, like, oh, no spinach, bell peppers, give me it.
Oh,
So
I need
irritating.
that.
So
Who-
irritating.
Who would you pick?
I forgot what the question was. Most likely, let's see, somebody in the office I wouldn't let date my daughter.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough. I don't know, dude.
I'm also just going to throw Derek out there.
Derek, no,
he's a
see,
mess,
I
dude.
yeah, but I feel like Derek one-on-one would be an okay guy. I'm gonna say, this is gonna come across as horrible because
I'm scared.
there's already people in the office that think that I don't like this guy, but I love him with all my heart. I just would never let him date my daughter, and for the reason, I'm gonna say Jesse. And the reason I'm gonna say
That's
Jesse.
a bad play.
No, it's not a bad play, and I'll tell you why. Because my future son-in-law,
Sweetheart.
I want to have fun with my future son-in-law, right? I want him to come over. We'll have a beer. We'll watch a game, whatever, right? But also, I can understand that he's gonna respect my daughter. Jesse, I have no doubt in my mind, would be respectful as shit.
The most respectful
The
in this
most
office,
respectful.
I'd
The most
argue.
respectful. But I feel like my daughter would walk all over Jesse. Absolutely. I don't feel like me and Jesse we're not having a beer at Thanksgiving and watching the game. Like that's just
You
That's a
think,
lose-lose right
you
there.
think she's wearing the pants there?
abso-fucking-lutely. Are you kidding me? Have you met me? Like my kid is absolutely going to be a menace to society.
But Jesse's just such a sweetheart, dude.
Absolutely.
He'd
I
be
love
my top
Jesse with all my
choice.
heart. Just don't date. He'd be your top choice?
Yeah, he's so respectful.
He is respectful, man.
He'll
But
come
like,
over, he'll shake my hand, look me in the eyes.
is that what you want, Damon?
Yeah. I don't-
Mr. Dog, nice to
Derek's
meet you.
gonna show up, off some OGs.
Yeah, Derek's going to be off his rocker for sure. Okay, is there anybody then on the team that you would let date your son?
I think there's a lot of people on this team that I would let date my son.
Okay.
And that might be crazy, but like this team is so nice. And they have like they can stand on their own. They can stand their ground. I can think of Kylie McGee,
Okay.
Deborah Jones. I would let Marissa, Maddie, Lily. I could go down the list.
Just not Jada.
Okay. Okay. Jada, I could, and you know who might also be a little bit of trouble because she's a crazy girl is Yaya Cunha. I love them both, but they're crazy. I might be like nervous for my son.
God damn, that's hilarious.
I might be a little scared.
Okay, so have you met Jalin Conyers?
I have.
Okay. Now, from the quick little experience from the time you met him, would you let him date your daughter? And there is a right answer to this question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong answer.
Yeah. I think he would treat her nice.
Oh my God. You don't watch enough of the High Point, I guess. That's just what
I think he would be a really nice. He would take her to dinner. Like he seems like he would understand that that's the man's role.
Oh yeah, they're going to Texas Roadhouse. They're having a time.
Yeah, I saw like they had like a little
Yep.
NIL thing. My roommates are obsessed with Texas Roadhouse, and I was
Texas
like,
Roadhouse is great.
I personally like when I'd think of a place to go to dinner, Texas Roadhouse isn't the first. maybe that's a hot take. I like
not
the
for
roles.
me, but I feel like it might be a hot take for Jalin. I feel like he would definitely go to Texas Roadhouse first date.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I retract my answer then?
No. I mean, it's already out there. It's already out there.
No, I would say he seems very. Actually, do you want to hear an embarrassing story?
Absolutely.
This isn't about him. This is about me.
Okay, let's hear it.
And we'll never speak of it again as I'm saying it on air. So where I met Jalin officially in person, he was running the all student athlete mandatory welcome back. Every single student athlete, every single staff member, anyone you can think of's there. And they said everyone has to do a lip sync challenge, at least one person from each team. Okay. And who do you think the softball team forced to do it?
No way.
I'm like, I'm a fifth year, guys. And so they're like, okay, one person from every team, they all look at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. This is one of the worst things I've ever experienced, but I knew no one else would do it.
Yeah.
And he was down there, he was running it. I don't know if he's a part of SAC, which is do you know what SAC is? But so he was super nice. And so long story short, I had to lip sync Boyfriend by Justin Bieber.
Oh my God.
And I blacked out. I emotionally, physically, I was not there. And all I know is I saw a video of me up in one of the athletic director's faces serenading Boyfriend to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's that, the amount of people there. That's a lot of people to be doing that in front of.
Oh, yeah. It was and no one knows who I am. I'm a fifth-year transfer, and I won that round, actually. And then I was dancing with Sparky to Single Ladies, and I didn't win the next round. But yeah, that was one of the most embarrassing experiences of my life.
And then you're like, hi, nice to meet you, Jalin.
Yeah, I was down there, and I was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. So
that is so damn funny. Look, I bring up Jalin not only because you both make TikToks, which we'll get into in a second,
love TikToks.
but because Jalin has said multiple times on this show, so many times that we've had multiple hosts go through the PHNX Sun Devils show that are not even with us anymore, that have constantly give him shit.
Wow, they're no longer with us?
They're no longer with us. They've departed. He has said that he believes that he could go yard on a softball pitcher. And we have told him multiple times that there is no shot in hell that if Marissa Schold is on that mound and she is pitching him heat, that he could even come close to hitting it. So I'm just curious your thoughts on our good friend Jalin.
Man, you should have told me that before. As a softball player, that's one of the first things you hear. Oh, I take a yard. When I play outfield actually, and actually all the last 2 years I didn't even play the field. I just DH'd. So, but oh man, yeah, I just don't see that to be true.
Mm-mm.
I think that man would be stiff as a board trying to swing the bat.
We need to actually get this.
We need to figure out PHNX on the road.
Yeah.
At Club Farrington, and then just see him absolutely whiff at a changeup.
This would be some good content.
This would be great content. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he obviously has the power to put it 200. But the problem is I don't think he's connecting because it's going to come in too hot.
Oh, absolutely not. If you're giving him front toss, I hope he hits it. Our field is fairly small too. I hope you're hitting it out, Jalin. But as soon as I'm telling you, Kylie McGee, Kenzie Brown, Mac, any of the pitchers, let's throw Mika in there. She's our freshman throwing 68, humming it past him.
Oh my God. I love it.
No way.
I absolutely love it. Now I will give him credit. This man can hit a golf ball to the moon, but nobody's pitching him a golf ball.
No one's pitching him a golf ball.
There's been teammates that have been on the show and told him, dude, you can't. There's no way.
That's a really hot take from him.
He's just got a lot of confidence. Is that the right word, Damon?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But that's how you get in this spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude plays quarterback. He plays tight end.
Dude's pulling read options for 9-yard gains.
And then hosts a podcast.
Against the best defense in the Pac-12.
Yeah, what can I say? But he's not going yard on Marissa Schold.
He's not going yard.
Look, we've got some TikToks that we're going to get into here in a second. But first, I want to tell you guys about some of our amazing partners, starting with Bet BetMGM. We've obviously talked a lot about Arizona State football through the last few months, and rightfully so, right? Arizona State college football, it's a lot of fun to bet on it, but maybe you're not just betting on Sun Devil football. Maybe you want to bet on the NFL or the NBA. BetMGM Sportsbook is the place for you guys. And look, I said it last night. I'm surprised they still have this offer for you, but you guys can score some literal free money. Just download the BetMGM Sportsbook app now on iOS or Android, or visit betmgm.com and sign up with code PHNX. Sign up and deposit at least $10 in your newly created account and place a wager in the amount of at least $10 at standard odds price, a qualifying bet. And once you've placed a qualifying bet, you guys are going to receive that $200 in bonus bets regardless of the outcome of your wager. Sign up for BetMGM. Use that bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10. Like I said, you guys are going to receive that $200 instantly in additional winnings regardless of your wager's outcome. I got a parlay pick of the week for you guys. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers spread. And this one's going to hurt. Give me the Oregon Ducks spread. Give me the Oregon Ducks spread. Look, there's too much blind confidence around ASU football right now. I'm so sorry. I have to do it, but I'm parlaying the Chargers in the Oregon spread. Again, guys, go ahead and check out BetMGM Sportsbook app. Check out the show notes for full details, and now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
Now, you could bet on the BetMGM Sportsbook app, or you could take it a step further, and you could head over to Gila River Resorts and Casinos, Arizona's biggest and best resort and casinos. Guys, sign up for Gila River Resorts and Casinos' $1 million Big Red Showdown. Stay in the game and get rewards. It is that easy. Also, if you are watching this live, or maybe you're listening on your way home from work, I got some news for you. Head over to Wild Horse Pass Casino and check out the PHNX Suns watch party. Saul's going to be there. Espo's going to be there. Lindsay's going to be there. And it's going to be an absolute blast watching the Phoenix Suns. Guys, visit GilaMillionDollarShowdown.com to get in on the action. For more info on Gila River Resorts and Casinos and all they have to offer, head to playatgila.com. Now, I've teased the TikToks. And for people that haven't seen your TikTok, I said it before, I'd love to get more of them on there, but we can't play it with all the music. But you had one specifically that we don't have on here that went viral. I think you were at Boise State in the transition. And I've never had a TikTok go viral. I guess I'm not cool enough. I don't know what it is. But what is your phone blowing up as this is happening? Did you think something like that was going to happen, or?
No. No, and I actually had another one of my teammate. She was doing this gritty, and it got 500,000 views. And it was funny because we were just totally joking because she absolutely did not.
She butchered it.
Yeah, and she knew it. She was dragging her toes, and people were posting it oh my gosh, this girl sucks. This girl, it was such a hot topic at the moment. But that TikTok, me and my teammate, we sat there and we redid that transition 5 times, and I just picked this one. I was like, oh, okay, it's not that good, whatever. And typically I just post it, go play softball, right? And then I was like, Casey, we're doing really good.
We're gonna be famous.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. But no, that just was not the expectation, nor was it. It was a surreal experience. No, it was actually really cool though. Everyone's like, this was so awesome. And we were just laughing because we were talking about how bad I thought that it was just not up to standard.
Yeah. It was not up to the TikTok standard?
It was not up to my standard, but wow. I guess it was good enough.
I don't know about you, but I've posted TikToks before, and then I'll go back and watch them months later, and I'm like, oh God. I should have had somebody stop me from doing that. Do you ever have any cringe? You're like, oh, I regret posting this.
Well, that's funny you say that because it happens every 3 to 5 business days where I go in and I delete almost all of my TikToks, whether it was and I just went through and added some back because I was like, you know what? Be casual. Make TikTok
Be
casual. Post
casual.
whatever you want. So yes, that does happen quite frequently.
Wow. Okay.
But you just gotta keep going. Just
It
be
is
brave.
what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, put on a brave face for
Exactly.
TikTok. I do want to get to the one TikTok that we do have here. It's kind of a cool one. It looks like you surprised your mom. Was it for her birthday? Or
Mhm.
like what led up to this video? And then kind of how did this whole like moment kind of play out?
Yeah, so it was Labor Day weekend. So we had a long weekend here. And I called my dad like a week before. And I was like, Dad, I want to come home. And I was having the best time here. Like I've had more fun here in Tempe with my teammates than I've had in a very, very long time.
Mhm.
But I just was like, it's Mom's birthday coming up, and so he was just like, okay. And I'm like, we'll just get you home, surprise her. And then for my dad's birthday, it was over the summer and I was home. I went and decorated his office.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, it was a trek. He works like 40 minutes away on a ranch. And I blew up this like huge balloon and just all these decorations, and he kept them. So he put them back in the living room for my mom. And I don't think she like must have paid attention to what I did for him because she's like, oh my gosh, you did all of this for me. But yeah, I just came home. My mom came home from work and she genuinely had no clue. And I was telling my dad, I was like, you need to delete your text. You need to delete everything. I turned off my location, and it came at a really perfect time because I didn't get to go home again. But yeah, so that was pretty much, I surprised her for her birthday.
That's crazy. Do we have the video? Because this is, I think the best part about watching this is like the immediate turn and just like disbelief on her face literally the entire time. And the dogs are just sitting there having a grand old time.
Yeah, I had to put the sound on mute because they were aggressively barking the entire time.
They were freaking out.
Yeah, that was like, when I was posting the video, I was like, half the time it's just her staring at me through the window.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, that was one of the sweetest, one of the best moments I probably had in college, just because, when times are hard, work's getting a little tough. And my dad told me, he was like, she needed this more than you probably knew.
Yeah.
So I'm very big family girl.
Yeah.
I love my parents, my sister more than anything. So that was really special.
Yeah, I know when we talked, you said that was a big reason as to why you had transferred to Arizona State in the first place. You wanted to be close to family. And we talked a little bit off camera before, like you stayed at a hotel with your parent or your mom and your sister tonight, and then you're headed back to Sacramento to make that drive. Is it to be home like for the holidays, or like you're just going back home?
Yeah, so we get to go home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I like to have my car, so I'm not like the little like child that everyone's like figuring out how to get her places.
Yeah.
And I'm like 22. So yeah, I get to go home, and I didn't know my sister was coming until like the day before. I thought my mom was just gonna fly out.
Yeah.
Because we did the drive originally together when I came here, but then my sister obviously came too. So yeah, it was one bed. I hope it was a king. It didn't feel like a king last
The
night.
three of you shared that bed?
When I was in the middle of that bed last night. Yeah. Because it was raining and they were like, you can stay. And I was just like, okay. And so I didn't get much sleep last night, to say the least, but quality time.
Quality time, sleeping in a bed with your mom and your sister, and then have to wake up early in the morning. That's tough.
Yeah. They make stories about how brave I was last night and this morning.
There's a Netflix series coming out. Just
exactly.
get ready. There might be a Netflix series, or it's something that I would watch as it relates to Ray Anderson in terms of the athletic director
The transition
at Arizona State. Damon, I know you'd watch it.
That's why Totri's a pros pro, by the way. That transition was fire.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's-
hell yeah, I'd watch it.
That would be one of the funniest, it's probably like a 4 or 5 episode series, just given the fact that he was here almost a decade. I know you are a transfer. You probably didn't have any sort of like crazy stories about Ray Anderson, but it's obviously a hot topic for Arizona State fans. I know there's been coaches that have talked about it. Was it anything that affects the players just in terms of like, oh, it's not like the head coach is being relieved, or it's not like any of the assistants are going anywhere, but like in terms of ASU athletics, like it is a big move.
Mhm.
like, did the coach talk to you about that at all? Was there ever any sort of conversation, or I guess what was just the conversation among teammates when that kind of fell down?
Everyone was shocked. Everyone, because I think we were about to start our weights workout, and
Yeah.
someone saw it on Twitter. I think I might have seen it through your guys' Twitter account, but our coach has sent out a message and said, we got him a card and signed it and said thank you. Our coach had nothing but good things to say. She's been here. This is her 2nd year here. So her take was just being very thankful for the opportunity to be a Sun Devil. I don't really know much of everything. I just know in my many years of college sports, because I just should not be playing college sports anymore.
How much eligibility do you have left?
I have one more after this year. So you know what? I will be 24 still playing.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm going to do it. But anyways, my experiences have been the athletic directors definitely are a huge factor in day-to-day life and athletics and what's the standards and what's the norms. And so again, I can't speak on the situation because I have been here for less than a semester, but I think at the end of the day, ASU is going to do what's best for the programs, and I'm excited to see where it takes us. And obviously I'm very thankful because he got Coach B here, which got me here.
Absolutely.
So I think at the end of the day, we'll just keep moving forward.
Yeah, I think your perspective on it, a lot of players' perspectives on it are interesting just because, specifically look at the football program, there's players that were here during the whole Herm Edwards tenure. And that is kind of what had the fan base up in arms about everything. It's interesting to kind of get that perspective. But you had brought up that you don't really have necessarily a giant opinion on it because you've only been here for a semester, less than a semester. But I feel like in that time, you have really tried to get acclimated to Arizona State, to Tempe, seen you've been to football games, hockey games. What have those experiences kind of been like for you, given the fact that this is not your first school?
First and foremost, the hockey game was absolutely insane. That place was awesome.
Yeah.
I've been to like one professional hockey game in my life. So that was like, I didn't understand the rules. We were like, why is the goalie gone? Like, what is icing? Like, but by the end of it, we were so like locked into the game. We went to the Denver, is that right? We went to the first game that they won in like the 3-on-3 like
overtime
death match or whatever it's called. But that was really awesome. I think what's really cool here is how many sports teams that we have. And my sister, not a huge sports girl, she's like, why do you guys have ice hockey in Arizona? I'm really confused. I was like, I am too, but I enjoy it. And it's definitely been fun. I think coming to a Power 5 school, obviously you have a lot of high hopes for everything and the experiences coming from a mid-major, but it's all been really exciting.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't know if there's a better game to go to than that Denver game at Mullet Arena.
And it's so nice because I was talking to someone about it, and because the arena is like fairly small, like every seat was such a good seat. And everyone, this is actually kind of funny. We were like, well, why are there so many people wearing wigs? They're all wearing mullet wigs because it's Mullet Arena.
You tell me you didn't wear a mullet to this game?
No, I actually was gonna bring it out to the next
there you
hockey
go.
game.
Good save. Good save.
Yeah. I didn't wear a hat because someone did a hat trick. And so everyone, I'm sorry guys, I'm not a big hockey girl, and everyone's throwing their hats and stuff. That was probably one of my favorite moments or days as a Sun Devil.
Wow.
It was really fun.
Okay. Now you can say, you can plead the fifth on this one. How many likes would it take for you to get a mullet?
Oh, I would never do that to myself.
No? Not even like 1 million likes?
Oh my gosh, no. Likes are likes. The mullet, do you know how
That's
long
for life.
the mullet lifestyle's forever. And do you know how long it would take to recover and grow my hair out?
Probably
normal?
through the remainder of your eligibility.
Yes, that would be a while. So yeah, I think that speaks volumes. There is no way that happened.
No amount of likes.
No amount of likes.
Okay, would you trade? Okay, let's do this. If I could guarantee you a Pac-12 championship and you guys are hosting, let's say, a super regional, and then anything that happens after that, that's on you guys. But guarantee you those two things, would you trade it for a mullet? Again, the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, that's actually that's probably the most challenging question you've asked, because I am 100% bought into the success of this team. But if I'm walking around with a mullet, like I'm thinking about in our 20-hour weeks, like there is an off day there. And there is a day that I don't identify as a softball player and I have to walk around with a mullet.
Yeah, it's a cool story.
Like, what's this girl's
And
deal?
you'll never have to bring a mullet to Mullet Arena ever again.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I love you, Sun Devil Nation. I love you, softball, but I would like to keep my hair.
Oh,
Give me something else, and I don't know if I could.
That's totally fair.
Do that.
That's totally fair. You did bring up how electric the atmosphere is at Mullet Arena, especially when you get to overtime and they got like that 3-on-3. It is super, super cool. I think for something like collegiate softball and collegiate baseball, I think it would be a lot of fun. And if they wiped away extra innings, and hear me out on this, you were able to get your 3 best hitters and you're just going back and forth home run derby in a minute. Who can hit the most? Do you think that would be like, would you be up for that instead of extra innings? Something like that?
Oh, that'd be legendary.
Yeah.
I think that would be, a lot of people would tune in to see, because everyone loves home runs.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's unreal. So I think that'd be kind of fun. Let's talk to NCAA about
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
Well, the
see what
NCAA, my God, it takes them forever to get back on anything. To be honest with you. Damon, what do you think? Home run derby?
Walk-off, home run derby, home run. That would be
Oh my God, that'd
insane.
be awesome.
You don't even have to cross the plate. You
No.
literally just can put your arms out and
the bat flip be done with
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
stare it down.
Yeah, the whole team comes out and rushes you, and you're just
Yeah.
it'd be
Especially at
incredible.
Club Farrington.
Yeah,
Especially
that
at
would
a place
be-
like that.
That
Oh
would
my
be
God.
electric. So are you telling me that like you do genuinely go to softball games?
Oh, absolutely.
How many?
How many have I been to?
Yeah.
I think I've probably been to 6 or 7 at ASU since
How
I've been
long
in
have
this
you been here?
position. Since I've been in this position, couple of years. I don't think I went to a game last season. I don't think so. I'll hand up. I don't think I went to a game last season. But the postseason run that they had the year before, we were doing post-game shows for all that type of stuff. That was electric. So
You know, we can't change the past. Can we shame you for it a little bit?
you can
But
absolutely shame me for
it's
it.
okay. It's a new year. New
Year, new me.
Yeah. So
That sounds like a challenge to me, though. It's like make the postseason, and all of a sudden you're going to start getting some post-game podcasts from Totri.
I mean, I think at this point, I've already had to be committed to do some of these post game softball shows. So I'll tell you what, we will do. When's the first? Dude, my stomach. I don't know if anybody heard that on the mic. I've got coffee and energy drink in my stomach. That is literally all I have, and it's going crazy right now. But when do you have? What's the date of the Boise State game?
February 10th.
Oh wow, you have that locked and loaded
Am I
in
right?
your head. Let's see. March, February. Let's see. Virginia Tech, BYU,
It's like the
Boise State,
first.
February 10th. Kajikawa Classic. Okay. I give you that. We'll do a post-game show for that specific game. And then we'll go from there and do post-game shows.
People
throughout.
are calling it the Kelsey Hall game.
Yeah. It's a Kelsey Hall revenge game.
Who said that?
People.
Well, I think, yeah, this
People?
is the streets. The streets
The
are saying that.
streets? Yeah. So I can get behind that. And you know what? We can make sure that you're there.
Okay.
We have a lot of opportunities for all of you guys, actually. Sun Devil Nation.
Be ready. I love
ready.
it. I love the challenge. Oh my God, dude, my stomach is going crazy.
You got
Right
some
now.
deviled eggs?
No, they're in the fridge. They're in the fridge. I can't. Those aren't for me. But we'll get into hot or not here in a second. Before we get to that, I want to tell you about another lovely partner we have, Desert Financial Credit Union, guys. They are the official retail banking partner of Arizona State University. And for more than 84 years, Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union, dedicated to creating exceptional experiences by giving back to the community and providing financial solutions that make lives better. And if you're an Arizona sports fan, which I hope you guys are, there's no better place to do your banking than Desert Financial Credit Union. It is the only place you can show your team spirit every time you make a purchase with exclusive debit cards branded with your favorite teams. Bring the boom and get fired up with the Arizona State University Visa debit card. Now is the time to show your ASU team spirit. Open a free checking account online and get $200 plus your choice of 3 Arizona State University Visa debit cards. Go to desertfinancial.com/ASU to get started. And when you open that free checking account and you get the $200, I'm going to tell you where you can spend it if you're at home watching, or maybe you just moved into a new house, a new apartment, and you're looking to spice things up just a little bit, maybe with some new flooring. Empire Today has got you covered. And with Empire Today, you get shop at home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a price match guarantee. Empire Today, the best place to get new flooring. So, of course, they're going to have some copycats, but Empire Today can't be beat when it comes to quality, service, and speed. Kind of like ASU softball. They can't be beat when it comes to quality, speed, and I guess power as well. With Empire Today, guys, schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount, which is absolutely huge when they use that promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/PHNX for details. Let's go ahead and get into Hot or Not, Damon, because it is Friday. And the same challenge that I posted to every producer that has done this show for the last month and change, who at PHNX has been hot this week? Just everybody within the company.
Ooh, man, you put me on the spot here.
That's what I do, man.
He does.
You've not been paying attention. I've been asking the hard-hitting questions.
Who's been hot this week? I mean, what teams are winning this week?
ASU's won 3 games.
What about Mike Luke?
Just if you say Mike Luke, are you going with Mike Luke right now? Mike Luke is the host of the PHNX Wildcat show.
Mike Luke is always hot, bro. That's why he lives hot.
Dude, my stomach is serious. I can't get over it right now.
Did you graduate from U of A?
I did.
And
I got my master's from ASU.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's just dirty. You're just
I don't associate myself with
awesomeness.
With you guys though.
With
for the
you
most
guys. Part. You guys. You should have seen it. Me, Shane, and Sean, who are, like I said, no longer with us. They've passed along. We were here doing the Arizona State basketball post-game show. We were watching ASU and U of A, and Damon was hosting, or he was producing that show. So it was just the 4 of us in here.
I produced like every ASU basketball post-game last year.
And for the most part, it was great. But when Desmond Cambridge hit the half-court buzzer beater, and I think to this moment, that might be one of my favorite sporting events that I've ever watched, just because of the way it ended, and because me and Shane were running like banshees back here just screaming. And as we're running over here, Damon's just standing in the spot behind this pillar right there, standing in like complete sadness.
I was
like utter disbelief.
More just shock than sadness. Like I just couldn't believe what I just saw.
And to make things even better, what was Sean doing?
He was in my face, double birds, screaming, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, the entire time.
Absolutely.
And then
electric.
Totri and Shane both got in on it too. So I had a circle of 3 of them around me all doing it.
I think we ended up taking tequila shots on the show after that.
I was going to say, how many tears were spilt from you?
Oh,
I mean, it was a good moment. It was funny.
It was great that he had to read all the comments and put them. Oh my God. It was just such
and
a
the whole
sweet
show,
day.
you guys would be like, Damon, what do you think about that?
Yeah, no. Yeah. It was great. It was great. Now it is what it is, but like I said, from time to time, living in the past is an okay thing. But let's go ahead and get into Hot or Not. Damon, do you have a first topic for us?
Or something.
Oh wow, we're running the old sliders. Those are the hosts that are no longer with us.
Oh.
Yeah, they're alive.
Totri, you're hot, bro.
They just quit on me.
I picked you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I
you're
appreciate you. I
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
you. It's the little things.
I got 3 topics for us today. And forgive me if these have been taken at any point in Sun Devil history. But first topic, Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
I think that's disgusting.
All right,
Sorry, that might
let's
be a
give her
little-
a show.
A woman of principle.
Let's give her a show. Because
a woman of morals, honor, principle.
yeah, and understanding
I love it.
that Christmas decorations, Mom and Dad, I'm talking to you, because I know I've been to the house. You made Dad put up the Christmas decorations last Sunday, Mom. Wasn't even November 10th at that point. What are we doing? You could take Frosty the Snowman out from your yard. You can kick Rudolph off the roof until Thanksgiving is past, because it's not Christmas time yet. It's not December. Like, I get you don't need to have Thanksgiving decorations, but just I'd rather you leave your Halloween decorations up until like December 1st, and then you could switch them. But it just feels weird to have Christmas decorations up that early.
You know, everyone beats to their own drum and all of the sorts, but I just think like, here's my logical reason is you come from a passionate space, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is deep.
Yeah,
deep-rooted
like
shit.
that was like, if I was your mom, I might have started crying. Like I felt the passion in your voice.
She has, I am not kidding you. She has a Christmas tree up all year long. All year long. And when Christmas hits, there are 3 Christmas trees in this house.
She loves Christmas.
She loves Christmas. And that is
clearly
totally
all year
okay.
round.
That is
all year
totally
round.
okay.
But I think so. Here's my logic behind it. When I correlate Halloween and Thanksgiving, like that's still fall.
Yeah.
Like you go day after Thanksgiving, then that can be wintertime. Then we can be talking about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But we need to focus on what's in front of us, and what's in front of us is fall.
Spoken like an athlete.
And also,
right? We're focused on right now.
Yeah,
we're focused on the next
standards.
game. What's in front of us? We're not worried about Christmas.
it's Bobby.
Yeah, it literally is. Are you Bobby Hurley?
Yeah. That's actually my cousin.
Holy shit, that would be. Can you imagine? Just the whole time we didn't know that she was Bobby Hurley's cousin. That'd be wild.
I think that just like you can't just Thanksgiving's about giving thanks and being with your family. And if you're just not appreciative of that moment, then you're just forgetting the whole holiday and what it's all about.
Let's just put the casserole away at that point.
Yeah.
Like
there's no point.
Like,
no turkey this year.
No, if you put out a Christmas tree, it's another day.
Also, I will say this might be a hot take. Turkey on Thanksgiving is so overrated.
I think I've heard that from a lot of people recently.
It's overrated. Is it not?
Depends on if it's a good one.
Yeah.
Like
even then though, give me ham.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go for the ham.
Yeah.
I'm
like
gonna
turkey's
go for
not
the
even
ham.
you go to Thanksgiving. And I know the topic is Christmas, but we go to Thanksgiving. You're ready for dinner. Or even like the first like 3 things, you're not looking for turkey. You're looking for the mashed potatoes. You're looking for me. I'm looking for the rolls,
Stuffing.
and I'm looking stuffing, mac and cheese. Like I'm not looking for the turkey. Turkey's like the last thing that I'm looking for.
I'm going for the mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are my favorite
Yeah.
part of Thanksgiving. Honestly,
I love mashed potato. Is it Thanksgiving yet? Damn it. What's topic number 2, Damon?
Topic number 2 is the Diamondbacks' new uniforms.
Ooh.
Hot or not?
Ooh, this is a tough one for me. I love the black and teal. I really do. What do you think, Kelsey?
see, I'm gonna admit something here.
Oh God.
And what I'm going to admit is that I don't even know what the old uniforms are.
That's fair.
But that's okay. You can judge the new ones.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I was a little confused. I went to one Diamondbacks game against the Phillies. It went like 11 innings against the Phillies. And I was really confused the whole time while there was teal. Like, is it,
the walk-off win against the Phillies in the playoffs?
they actually lost.
Oof.
No, they lost in
It was
11
a regular
innings.
season game.
There was like a balk. Yeah, it was a regular season. There was a balk. Someone bases loaded. Someone went home. They ended up losing by 1.
That's such a tough way to lose.
Yeah, it was a really intense situation. But so is there? Can you explain the teal?
I can't. Damon probably could.
What about it?
Why is it just because they like?
Well, they need a secondary color. To me, one of my biggest pet peeves is that they even call it teal because it's light blue. Like teal is
Dog, that's teal.
That's
no,
teal, dude.
It's definitely not. Teal is what they used to have with the purple.
That's light
teal.
blue to you?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I remember the purple. I like the purple. I liked the purple jerseys, but
The purple is fire.
I like the gray one and the black one.
Yeah, I'm not big on the red and teal, not light blue. And I don't know how I feel about the one Corbin's wearing, to be honest. Like that's
That's off white. If you didn't know, it's not a pure white.
It's like a cream almost.
I don't think that, again, the teal fits with some of the primary colors here. Doesn't fit with the red and it doesn't fit with the off-white in my mind.
I can agree with that statement, but hey, whatever, we were so close. Whatever gets us to the World Series, I'm there for it.
So are you going hot or not here?
I'm gonna go not.
Not hot. Yeah, I'm with you. Not hot for me. It's tough. It's tough.
I'll go hot because I think it's an upgrade over what they did have.
Okay. That's totally fair. I love the retro jerseys. I wish they'd just go back to the retro jerseys.
Yeah, well, as we all do.
It's a tough life. It's a tough life. What's topic number 3, Damon?
Topic number 3, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier when we were talking about Jalin and Texas Roadhouse. So I'm gonna steal from outside shots and what Eddie and Saul were talking about.
I'm ready to roll.
Cheesecake Factory as a first date.
Absolutely not.
Wow. That's just mind's blown. Mind's blown. Okay, why? What is wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Pick it apart like it's an opposing team.
Okay. So first off, I like come with like so many reasons like off the bat. Like first off, second
Pulls
off,
out a notepad.
First off, I never really grew up like my family was never really that big onto Cheesecake Factory, but I just think it's somewhere that there's no real good environment there. I'm just like, if I'm going on a first date, like you're setting standards, setting the bar, and it reminds me of like Denny's is kind of like the take I'm taking.
What?
And
Denny's.
But I will say, do you know what Spaghetti Factory is?
I do.
That old Spaghetti Factory is worse.
Yeah, I don't like the old Spaghetti Factory.
Yeah, I just think there's no way that in my 20s, 30s, if I'm in high school, like, okay, like Cheesecake Factory, like we're doing something there. But no, there's got to be plenty of different options.
Okay, so where is you're going on a first date. Where are you hoping they take you?
In Tempe?
Yeah, wherever. She's like, Applebee's. Done.
I'm sensing like a Buck and Ryder right now.
What is a Buck and Ryder?
Oh, it's just a fancy restaurant.
No, Mastro's. That's where we're going.
Sure.
Well, we're going to a steakhouse.
Like, I mean, something like I'd rather go to like a nicer like Italian, like it could still be like an American food, but like more on like the nicer, and not just for the sake of, just for like typically like the environment's going to be a lot more personable to have a conversation. I just love to get to know people.
I think that is the downside of Cheesecake Factory is it's so loud.
It is loud.
That's what I'm saying. It's loud. It's chaotic.
They give you a Harry Potter book of a menu.
And there's so many probably different families there. It's chaotic. And so I'm not jamming with it.
Damon, how do you feel? Because I came into this and I've said it with I've got an opinion on this, but she brings up some valid points.
Yeah, see, those points are good points. Cheesecake Factory's gotten pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not really like, you're not saving coin, going to Cheesecake Factory. It's not like it's like a cheap place. It's not Applebee's. It's not Chili's. And it's pretty good food, but I think that maybe just the ambiance and the chaotic environment.
Exactly.
That might be a good reason to not have it as a first date. Maybe that's like a second date, third date. You keep it a little bit more casual.
I feel like this is my reasoning. And maybe this is going to come across as shitty, okay? But I feel like you don't start off with a home run, okay? You're not starting off with we're not going to the nicest restaurant in town, because where do I go from there?
What if it just doesn't work at all?
Actually,
huh?
What if it just doesn't work out at all?
Yeah. No, exactly. That's like, I get it. Nice place. How do you feel about Cheesecake Factory? Let's say you go somewhere for dinner, cocktails, whatever. At the end of the night, you stop by Cheesecake Factory, grab like a piece of cheesecake and like a coffee.
See, actually, you bring up coffee, like an ideal, or not even ideal. If it's like on the more casual side of a date, I would love to go get coffee with someone. Like, I would like, it doesn't need to be like the like most expensive like steakhouse in Scottsdale to like get a second date with me, but like I would say like a coffee shop, something like that, that's more intimate. That's the focus here. That I wouldn't hate that. I think they have good cheesecake.
Yeah.
I'm a big sweet treat girl.
Yeah, just not for dinner.
But I do understand your perspective. We're like getting really deep into
I know.
this. I'm like, I understand.
It's like a full-on debate.
Yeah, we're like, I understand where you're coming from as far as it goes. Like, you don't want to go, because then you're going to think, oh, well, every time, like, what's the next steakhouse we're going to? Yeah, I understand that. And it's like, you got to like make sure you actually like the girl before.
Yeah.
But you're not taking me to like Applebee's on the first date to save you a couple dollars.
No.
It's already... Cheesecake's already expensive, so you might as well do somewhere with a better ambiance.
That's fair. That's totally fair. You know what? I was gonna come into this with like Cheesecake Factory, totally okay, first date. The ambiance, I didn't really think of it. I didn't really think of that perspective on it.
Yeah, I think Kelsey sold me.
I think I just did you a favor.
No, well, I'm going to, again, pull back the curtain here. I've been on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory.
And are you guys dating?
No, there wasn't a second date after that. But that's, it's neither here nor there.
It sounds like it's completely here.
Shut
I
up, David.
think you could have just said that. I think you could have shared your experience and then boom.
God, that's tough. That's tough. You know what? I'll side with you. I'll say it's not hot.
You know,
I'll say it's not hot. You
for
changed
these
my mind.
conversations, I thought we were going to get really aggressive into these disputes, but we nearly ended up agreeing on all of them.
You changed my mind. I was going to come pretty feisty with the cheesecake
He
thing.
said, let's go. I'm ready.
But
Yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, be grateful. It's good food, and then now,
Be grateful.
and now it's like I've been sold. The ambiance is that's a very
no, that is a very
factual
good
thing.
point, because there is nothing I feel like more frustrating than going on a date with somebody and then it's just too loud, like you're shouting at each other back and forth.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
What do you do for work? Like, no, that's absolutely, that's tough.
No, yeah. So I would say take away from this, anyone that's looking to take a girl on the first date, focus on the ambiance and the conversation of everything versus the price tag.
There we go. That's totally fair. So not hot. Damon, you're not hot here? She's changed your mind on this?
Yeah, my mind's been changed.
I
Okay.
came in and I made my mark now.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Now we're going to get blasted on the comments because
People are gonna be sick.
no, yeah, people are not going to be happy.
That you guys changed your mind?
Yeah, that we changed our mind. And did you see the viral video where this all came from?
I saw one, but I just honestly scrolled past it.
That's totally fair. But there was like a first date, a dude had taken a girl that he had met on like Tinder or dating app to Cheesecake Factory, and she like wouldn't get out of the car or something. She ended up making a video.
She didn't get out of the car?
No, she refused to get out of the car.
Hey, girl knows her standards.
I mean, that's totally
Girl
fair.
says, take me home.
Look, while we're talking about standards, the standard for sunglasses, none other than Shady Rays. Now, I know every single time you guys are watching, you're probably like, again, why is this clown wearing sunglasses indoors? And I'll tell you why. It's because Shady Rays are just that damn good. You guys can shop the entire collection at their brand new location, Carolyn Commons, a full-stop shop for all things Shady Rays. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There is no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back, and exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use that code PHNX for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. And we're not just rating Shady Rays 5 stars. We're also rating Circle K 5 stars, guys, because they have everything under the sun that you could possibly need, whether that be snacks, whether that be the energy drink fueling me this morning, or a new free membership program called Inner Circle that's going to save you guys 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. And you're going to save 3 cents per gallon every single day, which does add up. Not to mention, you're going to get every 6th free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks. And like I said, they have some phenomenal deals on energy drinks, Gatorades, and all sorts of snacks at Circle K. So join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Go ahead and visit CircleK.com for details. That is going to do it for, like I said, the special edition of the PHNX Sun Devil Show. Kelsey, how do you think you did? Rate yourself.
I think I did pretty good. I'm not going to lie. But I will say you guys came up with great topics for me to talk about. So
Well, go
thank
ahead
you
and-
guys for having me.
Kelsey's performance on the show, hot or not?
I mean, she was able to change our mind on hot or not, which I don't think has ever happened in the history of this show,
Probably true.
which is like 690 plus episodes. So the fact that you were able to change her mind on something like that, it goes a long way. And we'll be sure to push the tape to GM Saul Bookman for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Any final message to Sun Devil Nation ahead of the softball season?
I think I said it before last time we talked, and now I have more evidence based off of how the fall season's gone. But I think Club Farrington, like you said, is going to be the place to be. I think we're going to have lots of good post-game talks, right? And thank you guys all for listening, and I can't wait to meet you all this spring.
Absolutely. Guys, do Bobby Hurley a solid, Kelsey Hall's cousin. Go ahead and leave a like on the video. He's always begging. He's always pleading for some likes, not to mention ASU basketball got a dub last night. So go ahead, leave a like if you enjoyed the content. Go ahead and give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me on social at Anthony_Totri. Kelsey, where can everybody follow you?
My Instagram is kels.hall.
Kels.hall.
You can follow me there. I don't know my Twitter.
What about TikTok? Okay, I was going to say, there's going to be some people now that want to follow your TikTok.
I know. I might have to revise again like we talked about before.
Revise TikTok.
Yeah. So, but hey, follows are encouraged.
You can follow DJ Damon at Damon Dog. Two things before we get out of here. Of course, there is going to be a post-game show for ASU football and Oregon on Saturday. So definitely be sure to check that out. Me and Ralph Ampson are going to keep you guys updated with the coverage on that. Go Devils, and peace.
We all silly like the mayor.